Hi, what's going on, guys? I'm Ethan from 111 Fathoms. I'm a small business owner. I design and create my own firearms accessories. They are all 3D printed or additively manufactured, whichever term you prefer. But they're all made by me by hand, no 3D scanning, no fancy equipment really, just a pair of calipers and a notepad and free access to Fusion 360, hopefully for as long as I can use it, as long as my friend is still in school. But I would like to take you guys through some of my products that I have designed. There are a lot more that I won't be able to show you today just because most of the guns I have to borrow for a little while and then make the products in the course of a couple days, get them back to the owner with the new design. But I'd like to show you guys some of the ones that I do have access to here at the range at Unlimited Ammo in Gilbert, Arizona. Show you guys some of the stuff that I make, tell you about some of the stuff that I am working on, and show you why you should pick my products over some of the other ones on the market. So to start, Glock MagWells are the biggest thing that I make. I really do like to prioritize the Glock MagWells. Obviously, I'm a Glock fanboy. I love them. Have a couple, and I've been shooting them for years. So to start it off, we do have the 43X and 48 MagWells. As you can see right here, this one is in green on a 43X. I really like the way that they fit with most of my MagWells. I try to stay away from using hardware whenever possible, but the 43X is just one of those guns where you can't get away with it. So there's a single screw in the bottom of the MagWell that goes up into the frame, and then I've filled the space behind the frame, that empty pocket, with an expanding plug that I designed. No different from some of the other 43X MagWells on the market. It's just kind of what you have to do. So as you screw in the screw on the bottom, it will expand that plug, lock it into the frame. I also have a very nice friction fit on the front of the frame, which helps hold it in, keeps you from pushing the MagWell off with your grip pressure. So this is super nice. I really like the way that it forces your hand up into the gun. That is something that I like to try to do with my MagWells because I like the way that it shoots. I like how it forces your hand up to the gun. For me, it does help with recoil control and getting a nice positive grip on the gun. You can see the stock 10-round mags do fit just fine in here. I have gotten access to the 15-round OEM Glock mags that just came out. Those also fit. The Shield Arms mags do fit. However, with the stock faceplate that comes on the Shield Arms 15-round magazines, you will have to trim the front of the magazine just a bit to get it to fit flush. Otherwise, the Shield Arms mag with the +5 baseplate from Terran Tactical does work perfectly. No modifications required. So that's it on the 43X. Now it's great that Glock didn't change anything, do anything weird. That 43X MagWell also works just fine on the Glock 48. As you can see here, we have a 48 with the MagWell in black. Works awesome. So definitely check out the slimline MagWells that I make. Moving up from the slimlines, we actually have something really cool. The Gen 5 MagWells for the Glock 19 will also fit on the Glock 44. You can see here, little 22 mag. So the Glock 19 Gen 5 MagWells will also fit on the Glock 44. This is our FDE color. It's kind of a weird FDE, a little bit of reddish brown mixed in. Next up, we are going to have the actual Gen 5 Glock 19, as you can see here. Works awesome. This is going to be our coyote brown color. For the normal guns, not the slimlines, you just have a single screw in the back of the frame going into a threaded brass insert. Super nice that you don't have to make the plug for these because it's actually kind of hard to design that really well. Next up on the lineup, if you really want to run your gun fast and just go crazy, we have the competition version of the GlockWell. You can see here, this MagWell is absolutely insane. It is huge. It is a massive funnel. So what better rental gun to put it on than the Glock 17L? This thing is sweet. If you haven't checked out my video shooting this thing from concealment, it's pretty awesome. I love it. This is actually a PMag with a big +6 mag extension. This is actually one of the biggest mag extensions I've ever seen, and it fits no problem. The Terrans fit as well, the +2s from Glock. Just about any of the ones that I've tried, they do fit very well. The only mag extension that I've had problems with is the Arredondo polymer mag extensions. I actually love those extensions. I've used them for years. But for right now, they're just a little bit too thick to work with the standard MagWells, the EDC version that I just showed you on the Glock 19. So unfortunately, those do not fit. But the Terrans work, the stock base plates work, the +2 base plates from Glock work that you can get on the 19X magazines. Those all work fine. Next up, we've got the Glock 19X. the original X, not the V series. So let's see if I can get a good look for you in here. Most MagWells negate this area completely, leaving the same lip there that there is from the factory, which sucks. I covered it as much as I possibly could. Obviously, the geometry on this gun's a little weird with the lip that they put on there. Now, keep in mind, if you have done a frame chop on the 19X, it's probably not going to fit. I don't personally have one that I can test that on, and obviously, if you cut it yourself, none of them are going to be the same. So I would say don't modify your frame just yet. Try out one of these MagWells. I love them. I think they're great. I can't give you the same amount of support in the front that I do on the other MagWells, but I give you as much as I possibly can working around the lip that is built into the frame there. And obviously for these, remove your lanyard loop and then you can install it, no problem. Next up, we have Gen 6. So we do have support for Gen 6 Glocks. This will cover the 19, 45, and 17. To my knowledge, I believe those are the only Gen 6 models out right now, but it does work with all of them. Super slick. I really like the way the Gen 6s came out. They feel nice. They shoot pretty flat, and the grip texture is nice. I think this is like the nicest looking Glock just out of the box. It's got a really nice look to it. And with the MagWell, it sure is sweet. Like I said, it works with all the mag extensions that I've tried, besides, unfortunately, the Arredondos. Otherwise, you are good to go with this one. Now, not pictured, I do have support for the Gen 4 Glock 19. Not the 17 yet from Gen 4. I just have not had access to one of those. Gen 3, same thing. I don't have the 19 or 17 frames built out for Gen 3. I just don't have any on hand that I can test with, but they will hopefully be coming soon. Gen 4 17, once I find a gun that's going to let me borrow, I'll get that one done as well. And then, like I said, Gen 5, you got the 1917, small frame, large frame. It covers the 47 and 49, which is key. And then, yeah, 17, 19, 45, 47, 49, all the Glock Gen 5s are covered. Then we've got the Gen 6 covered. We've got the slimlines covered with the 43X and the 48. So I've got just about all of them done. I just really want to get the Gen 3 because I know those are still huge. Who doesn't love a Gen 3 Glock? So that's going to be it for the GlockWells for right now. I will continue adding more as I can, but definitely check them out. They're sweet.